It's the most simple question we can ask anybody, but the most difficult answer we can give to anybody. Now, the other day I was having lunch with one of my clients, and he says, Jorge, what is your why? And I already had my why. I answered it to him. However, that same day as I was working on the podcast, Masters of Communication, I had to take a step back and ask myself, well, why am I doing this podcast? Why communications? So then I went into a rabbit hole and I started writing and thinking. And I broke it all down. And here's the answer. But before I answer that, welcome to the podcast Masters of Communication. My name is Jorge Luis Quintero and I am the host for this podcast. And I want to first and foremost thank you for tuning in. And you might be asking yourself, why should I be listening to this guy? It's been 2 damn years since he's posted a podcast and he decides to post now? And I should listen to him? Why? And I totally get that. You have every right to think that. And here's my why. You see, with the evolution of communication, technology, that's become our nature now, is to communicate through technology. We have FaceTime, we have social media platforms, text messaging, emails, that we're slowly separating the human-to-human dialogue. And it's very sad. It's very sad because we're also lowering our standards as humans. You go to restaurants nowadays, it's very difficult to get good service. You try to have a good dialogue conversation with someone, at least a younger person, it's difficult. The other day we went to a career fair. We are promoting our business, recruiting students, and the new generation, they're going to struggle, at least with the human-to-human interaction. So going back to the why. Why? To me, to become a master communicator, not only are you going to become a master communicator externally, speaking with others in person, the dialogue conversation, but also within yourself. To me, that's the most important communication, is the internal dialogue you have with yourself, because your input is your output. Now, once you focus on your why and focus on the internal communication and you start answering, what is my why? The how gets easier. There's a famous quote by Friedrich Nietzsche that goes, "He who knows his why can withstand any how. He can make it happen however, because he knows his why." So when we become master communicators, not only do we become internal and external communicators, but then we also create communities. And I want you to ask yourself, when was the last time you spoke to your neighbor? When was the last time you spoke to a stranger? The other day we invited our neighbors for some cookies. Did they accept it? Not yet, but hey, we're starting to build that trust, because you never know what your neighbors can do for you. Your neighbors are your neighbors, and you should love your neighbor. That's what Jesus said. And when you break down communication, look, commune. We're supposed to have these communities. And that's the point of Masters of Communication, is to be a master communicator so you can give back to your communities as well. Whatever your community is, if it's a circle of 1, 2, 5, 10, it doesn't matter. But then you start building this domino effect, and then it starts transitioning to other people, and people gravitate towards positivity. And in the world we're in now, it's too late to go back. We're already going into this plethora of internet. It's too late. We have Twitter or X, Instagram, Facebook, and that communication we have with technology is never going to go away. But the human-to-human dialogue should never go away as well. So when we become master communicators, we start building communities. And when we start building communities, we become leaders, and we don't forget about each other. We're in the year 2025, we're entering 2026. And I want you to look around and go to restaurants and see how many people are actually communicating and how many people are on their phones. We need to break that stigma and keep that human-to-human interaction. So that's my why. In next week's episode, I'm going to be discussing innovation of Masters of Communication. I had a brain fart. But we're going to be going over the innovation of communication. Not only that, but we're also going to be going over humility. To be a master communicator, you need to go through humiliation. Aside from that, that's all that I have for you all. I want to thank you all for tuning in. I want to thank you all for your patience. And cheers. Keep mastering life.